It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Monday.
How in the world can you guys get so excited about a Monday?
Whoop, whoop. It's the start of a week.
Hey, it's
then.
November 9th, 2020. The year's about over. We get out of this year.
If we can make it out alive, it'll be a plus.
One day closer to the end of the year.
Closer. It's Monday, November 9th, 2020 at 7 a.m. Welcome Down on the Corner program. Hope you had a great weekend. How about this weather? Is this nice?
This is beautiful.
Nice weather. And the colors.
Spring weather. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the colors have really come after the rain. My goodness.
How is that? How is the colors from your point of view?
It's
up
better.
there on
It's
the
better
bluff?
now than they were. I mean, before it was just kind of all brown, but that rain last week brought the trees back.
Oh, it did.
Much better. So that's why you're seeing the colors throughout, especially the hardwoods.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It really looks nice. Anyway, welcome.
Unless you're trying to pick them up.
Unless you're trying to get
Then they're not so nice.
Oh, I don't know. It's not that bad.
Come
Well,
with
good
me
thing you
one
can-
day. Just come with me 1 hour.
You can burn them here. That's a good.
Yeah.
You get that
That's true.
smell. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, that is fall.
Down on the Corner is brought to you by your local hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. The very best in home appliances, home entertainment, lawn care equipment, tools. And tell us about Sears.
Veterans Day sale this week. Their Black Friday sale actually started last Tuesday. And I wonder why they started it on Tuesday. I don't know.
Why
Anyway.
did you Black Friday in beginning of November, but that's
A lot of stores are
We're
doing
seeing
that.
that. Oh, yeah,
A lot of
yes,
stores
we
are
are.
doing
Yep.
that. You know, I think to help keep the congestion of the stores down due to the COVID or whatever. But I do know that Sears has got a lot of things that are marked down for the holiday season, and they're still busting out the service work. So
There you go, your hometown Sears store. Can't say enough good things about them. Locally owned and operated, as you see on box number 4, as we call it. And they do a great job. And want to invite folks to come in from out of town, whether you're in Marion County or Fulton County, Searcy County, even up in Missouri, coming down and visit your hometown Sears store. And they will bend over backwards to serve you. Whatever
well, I know
needs
we
may
were
be.
at the ball game down at War Memorial on Friday, and at halftime, which is normally about between 8:30 and 8:30, and I get a text message from the owner of Sears. He said, "Are you in town?" I said, "No, I'm at a ball game." He said, "Oh, which is the best hotel to stay at? Because I'm still out doing service calls and I'm not going home."
Boy, that's dedication.
Yeah. So I saw him on Saturday, and I said, "Well, what time did you finally make it in?" He said, "I didn't go home." He said, "I truthfully stayed in town." He said, "I got to the hotel about 10:30.
Wow.
Jeez.
Dedication. But that's the advantage of being locally owned and operated. He knows the value of his customers, the service that he needs to provide, just like Bob. Do the same thing, Bob and Linda, with the Z team. We'll be getting to that here in just a minute. And they appreciate the local owned and operated.
Sure,
You know, they're the backbone of the economy. So locally owned and operated, your local hometown Sears store. Love to have folks come in from all over. And once again, they're at 1029 Highway 62 East. That's up on the hill behind Wendy's, same parking lot as Orscheln's, out in front of Physical Therapy Connection. Come visit your local hometown Sears store today. You'll be there later today,
Be there from 4 to 6.
are you? Yeah.
And you get
signing autographs or
Stop
what?
by
Do
see
you-
Charles.
and you get the
Personal appearance,
glory.
Well,
signing
you know,
autographs. And,
This Friday night football stuff's just getting way out of hand, so I've got to have a signing over there. You know,
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
Once again, your local
Could've made him
hometown
smile.
Sears store.
save that little snippet of tape there.
Be sure to stop by at your earliest convenience. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can do the same thing. 3 locations to serve you. Of course, you got Baxter Regional main lobby, main entrance. You got Bomber Boulevard, 7:04 in the morning. It'll be a little bit busy, but not as busy. It will be around 7:30 to 7:40. Then you got 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness, the 3 locations to serve you. Went by to get cinnamon rolls for today and sold out. We're going to have to wait till tomorrow.
Wait till tomorrow, huh?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Tim Tuesday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's Tim Tuesday, yeah.
Okay.
So you'll have a cinnamon roll here too. So anyway, Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. As Mike at Brewed Awakening says, hey man, we are real coffee. You get what you want there at Brewed Awakening. You can even buy a bag of beans, grind them yourself, have your own fresh coffee there at the house or at your business, or they'll grind them up there for you, and you take the, that's what I do. They grind the beans for me and I bring it here and make coffee. The best coffee in town. What's the drink of today?
Well, I'm just going over some of their house drinks here. You know, of course, they got the regular coffee and stuff like that, but they do hot chocolate. A lot of people don't know that they do hot chocolate. They got green tea mochas, and Numi organic tea. Am I saying Numi right? Is it Numi?
Well, you're the right guy for this ad.
There's another word for that. Apparently, they got organic tea.
There you go. All right. Pull yourself out of this.
What
We
is
haven't
that?
hit any
Come on,
FCC
Screw, pull yourself
violations
out
there
of
yet, have we?
Well,
What is that?
we may have had a phone call or two.
Is there
The door's opening. Does this guy have a badge?
is that actually the NUMI?
Dale, next.
Okay, we're moving on.
We need to bail out of this one.
He
Brewed
starts
Awakening
talking
Coffee.
about pickles, we're in trouble.
We're not going over that
Brewed
again.
Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. Yeah, he does have a badge.
Oh no, I didn't
He's
say
a
it.
constable.
It was Bob. I promise.
He has no idea what we're talking about. Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and the staff do a great job at all 3 locations. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring you morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. There he goes. It goes in the box there. Here we go. Boy, that newbie coffee got you all.
New me.
I'm telling you, you might want to just leave that alone.
NUMI.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, 29 to serve you with one in Memphis, Tennessee. And here in Mountain Home, you talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone there can help you. It's a hard job, but they do it very, very well. You see on the screen with all our respect, and it's how they do business on a daily basis. Whether it's a family member, loved one, friend, whatever it may be, they'll get you through a very, very difficult time. Roller Funeral Homes with all our respect. And can't say enough good things about them. When the need arises, let them handle it. They do a fantastic job. Roller Funeral Homes with all our respect. And they bring you the morning prayer each and every day. So let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, we don't know how good we have it until you experience how bad it can be. And for those wanting a socialist government, they really don't understand the full impact of it. As a child, when we wanted something, we saved the money we worked for to buy whatever. Today, most kids have a cell phone by the age of 12 and a car by 16. Then we live in a copy, paste, delete age, and we can't wait for something. We want it now. In my day, we looked through the Sears catalog, mailed in an order, and waited. When we took pictures, we sent the film off to be developed and waited. Let's face it, we're spoiled. Lord, we do need your protection from a socialist government. Plus, we need a lesson in patience. I pray you heal our nation and heal the sick. And that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring you morning prayer each and every day with all I respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
Uh-oh.
And now,
Here it comes.
dun, 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 the weather.
Okay.
We missed you the past 2 weeks.
We're still missing it.
Morning weather brought to you by the ZT. Bob will is a
I was just trying to be nice, making it.
I was nice.
I was going to bring in my duck call and do a quack quack on it. I was afraid Dr. Falsey would walk in the door, so I had to leave it at home. He's wondering who that is.
Dun, dun, dun.
Next.
You can hear him going
Next.
click, click, click. Everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
click,
okay,
click, click, change that. No, that's the old days.
Yeah.
You have to get up. You didn't see that, Bob, but click, click, click. You know what that is?
Yeah, I know
You know
what that is.
Yeah,
Yes.
changing the channel.
Yes.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate
Whack in the
needs.
back of the head. Tap. Get up. Go put on.
Channel 4.
And hold the antenna a little more to the left.
But, Dad, I need to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
Go outside
You
with
can
the
wait.
diaper
You
in
can wait.
your-
Wait till the next commercial and be quick.
This is a football game. Where are you going?
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. The website retiretoarkansas.net.
The only good part about all that shenanigans before this is the sponsor of this is sitting here with us. He's taking part, so that's a good thing.
It's okay.
Let's take a peek at the White River.
Scooter takes a couple of days off and the place
man, look
goes
at that.
to
Wow.
The White River.
We'll leave it at that.
The White River.
White River.
Cameras mounted in Marion County. Did you change position a little bit?
I don't know. The spiders may have moved it a little bit.
Well, it looks good. Wow, the 62-412 bridge on the left side of the screen. You see the river there separating Baxter County from Marion County and the city of Cotter, baseball park, railroad museum, picnic area there in the clearing right there.
Sun coming up through those clouds. That's cool.
What is the big white building on the right just before the
Contractors Trust.
Contractors Trust?
Yeah. You can go to retiredtoarkansas.net. You can check out the White River on the live webcam all throughout the day. There's a little camera icon where you can take pictures, share it with friends and family, use a desktop backdrop, what they call it, screensaver, and the backdrop. And while you're at retiredtoarkansas.net, check out all the listings with the Z Team and Century 21 LeMac Real Estate, along with all the multiple listing services for Arkansas and Missouri in this MLS area. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. The award-winning Z Team. Bob will be on here in just a few minutes to talk about This Week in Real Estate. Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Right now, 65. Yes, November 9th. It's 65 in the morning. It's 63 in Harrison. It's 65 in Batesville. 65 at Salem. Wow, 65 in Mountain Home, Batesville, Salem, Calico Rock. It's 66 at Flippin and Marshall. 65 at West Plains. Around the region, it's warm around the region. St. Louis 62, Poplar Bluff 63, 63 in Springfield. And here you go. In contrast, Watford City, North Dakota, 18.
Bring it.
18.
Bring it.
They can have it.
They can have that. Woo, terrible. All right, on the radar, put this in motion. We have some shower activity in the northern part of the country. It's up in Minnesota, Iowa, a little bit in Kansas, Nebraska, the Dakotas, a little bit out around Tucson, Arizona, and that is about it, other than the storm coming into the southern part of Florida. And I can't get this thing to move again. Let's see. There we go. You can see the swirl of the hurricane, the tropical storm down in the Gulf. And other than that, we're in pretty good shape. Come on, move. Boy, this thing's temperamental. Who talked me into this radar?
These newfangled dangle things.
Checking Arkansas, we do have some shower activity along I-30 from Hot Springs down to Texarkana. Other than that, we have Interstate 40, Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock on I-40 to Memphis in good shape. We've got I-49 looking good, and Interstate 55 and 555. Highway 62, 412 east and west is clear. Highway 65 to Branson in good shape, along with Highway 63 around the Jonesboro area. See Memphis, Dyersburg, Tennessee, and Blytheville, Arkansas, all in good shape. In Missouri, 49 and 29, along with 44, 70, 55, all good going into St. Louis, Kansas City, Columbia, Springfield, looking good there. Southern Illinois, we've got Interstate 55, we've got Interstate 57, along with Interstate 64 from East St. Louis, looking good. Carroll, Illinois, Paducah, Kentucky, clear at this time. There it goes. No watches or warnings for Arkansas or Missouri at this time. It was running slow today. There we go. Partly sunny today, high of 74, 62 tonight, 74 tomorrow, 50% chance of rain, 41 on Tuesday night. High on Veterans Day is a bright, sunshiny 62 degrees, 65 on Thursday, and 61 on Friday. Checking iDrive Arkansas. Good grief. Somebody put the brakes on these computers today. We have a vehicle fire in Pine Bluff on
Just
Highway
warming
65.
up for the ball game.
And an accidental mile marker 126.2 on Interstate 30. Other than that, everything's looking good in Texarkana, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Rogers, Bentonville, and Memphis. State of Missouri. I'm going to have to reboot this. This is terrible.
Yeah, you're going to have to reboot.
What on earth is going on today?
You got too many boxes open. It slowed down your RAM.
We have just a few construction areas. 63 business at Thayer is looking like it's still under construction. Bull Shoals Lake at 662.29, 3 1/3 feet above 659. Norfolk Lake at 555.91. It's 4 feet above 552. Good old buddy coronavirus, real quick. We'll go through it. The 6-county area has a total of 570 active with 2,375 recovered. In this region of Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton, 69 in the hospital, 35 in ICU, 5 on ventilators. In the state, we're at a 96.7% recovery rate with 110,932 confirmed, 107,287 recovered. Statewide in the hospital, 741, ICU 267, 103 on vents. 6 county area shows 570 active with 2,375 recovered. Crude oil prices, it's up a little bit at 40.06. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed down 66.78 to close at 28,323.40. And we can kiss those numbers goodbye in the future. Morning weather and all the updates brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetiredToArkansas.net. Coming up this week in real estate. Lions Club real quick.
Lions Club starts tonight, 6 to 10, right here on XL7 TV. You can listen to it at KTLO 97.9, or you can call in your bids at 425-2266 or bid online at lionsclubauction.com. Over 500 items will be auctioned off. Should be a good time for everybody. The auction will run this year, Monday through Thursday.
And with that, we're going to be right back. Bob Zdora's up next with This Week in Real Estate.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team at Century 21 LeMac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z-Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z-Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at RetiredToArkansas.net.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you. Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. When you're out of Hey, we are back at 719. Bob Zdora's here with This Week in Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, the Z-Team.
Yes, sir.
870-405-0793. And I was noticing on the website you do Zoom
Yes.
meetings
Yeah. Sure.
with your clients.
Yep.
So if they can't get here, COVID may get in the way,
Yep.
Zoom it in.
Linda's always been kind of cutting edge with technology and different things that she's done with the website and stuff. And that's one of the things that we use to help make it easier for our clients, whether they're coming, whether they're going, whether just to kind of keep them in the loop with things. We can sit down and do a little FaceTime for the FaceTime, and it's just tools that we there's a lot of tools in our box. We have a pretty big chest that we draw the tools from. We've been going to classes since we got our licenses, and we're both executive brokers. We're both we're senior real estate specialists. We're graduates at a Realtor Institute. We're accredited buyers reps. Sam and I are military relocation professionals. We go to the conventions every year for the educational purposes of being there, and talking to these different speakers that are there and learning different tools of the trade to help make our trade better for our clients. What can I do to make things better for Mr. and Mrs. Smith who are trying to sell their property? Who are trying to sell their property and move on, and go move on to the next phase of their life and help them find the right home for the right time of their life. And that's really.
Do people really realize that when they call a real estate professional, what's behind the door?
No.
It's like, oh, I'm going to call this one right here and have a sign put in the yard. We're done. Right.
Well, you'll get calls. People will call you, be in the office, you get a phone call. They'll start with, what's the commission? So that's about halfway down the conversation. You need to figure out what is it you're getting involved in. It's not how much you're going to make at the end of it's a part of it, and a big part of it, but there's so much more that goes into it than just what's the commission. And if that's your lead line, I could tell you 3%. Doesn't mean we're going to sell the house.
No.
And so people get kind of distracted with that. This is a business, and the services that you get need to be compensated. It's not just you get you just drive people around in your fancy car and collect a big fat check. No, we don't. That's not the case at all. 9:00 last night, Linda's on the phone with people, holding hands and working our way through getting things set up. On the phone with the girl from Superior from the title company. These are things that are going to happen this week, and we need to make sure that all the ducks are in a row. It's a job. I had told her before, and I've used it before, that if I would have known being retired was this much work, I never would have quit.
You would have stayed working.
Yeah, exactly. You're retired? No, none of my wildest dreams am I retired. But to be there to help people and to be able to get them, to have them be successful buyers, successful sellers, there's a lot of work goes into that, and in knowing the right ways to get things done, knowing the right people, making sure that the inspections are done, that the bank is going in the right direction, that the closing company's on board, that the mortgage is being taken care of on the other side, the termite contracts, making sure all the repairs are done. I mean, there's a litany of things that you go through that you really don't even think about because it's just part of your routine of taking care of people. And that's what we've done, and we've been successful. We've helped a lot of people be successful moving on to that next phase. And it's really been the deal.
And the awards, when it comes down to the awards, there's a lot of work behind each award.
Oh, there is. And it's, we work very hard doing what we do, and we're proud of what we do. The team has been just wonderful this year as far as helping people. There's a lot of stress, people with the COVID and the lockdowns and the presidential elections. Presidential election years are always difficult anyway, because people are concerned about, what's going to happen in the country and what's going to happen to me. And when, in the grand scheme of things, is it going to affect you day to day? Probably very little, if at all. But that bombardment of the ads on the media, with he's an idiot, she's an idiot, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, in the dark clouds and all this. People that you would be proud to have dinner with 2 weeks ago are all of a sudden the spawn of Satan. It's tough, and it takes a toll psychologically on people. So now we're through the system, and we'll work our way out of this one way or the other. But that going into the election time, it's always slow. It's you can go back and look every 4 years going back, that's just the way it is. So those that have been successful buyers and sellers this year have kind of let us hold their hand and walk them through, the valley. So it's a sense of accomplishment and a sense of good that we've done to help people be able to move on to what it is they want to do. It's a big
You're still
thing.
getting a lot of out of state.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, you can see it. You can see, the way, and people even from in-state, you can see the Arkansas plates that don't know how to drive. I mean, it's not just people from other states that are coming here.
I was going to the dog park yesterday. It's like 1:15, and I come in. I guess it's Glenbrier. And turned left on Rossi, and a little white Chevrolet car was behind me. I mean, right
behind you.
Bumper. It's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, and these guys pass me on Rossi, and I pull up, they pull out, and I'm like, wow, okay.
So there's people here. There's a lot of people here. There's people that are down here visiting. There's people that are down here buying. I know that we're doing a deal with a couple from New York.
Wow.
On Friday. We've got a couple from Chicago that's for tomorrow. There's people that are here that are moving and they're going to like Fayetteville or something. I mean, there's a lot of motion going on, even though you would think that, we're in lockdown. We were never in lockdown anywhere here, but just in general, people are trying to get away from those other places where things have been more restrictive on them and they haven't been able to live what they consider to be, their normal life. Talk to somebody about going out to dinner and they're like, oh, we haven't done that in 6 months. That's tough. I mean, it's tough to live that way. It's tougher on the business guy, but it's tough to live that way too.
So I want to talk a little bit about the team. We talk every day when we do the weather. I say the team's ready to serve you both in Arkansas and Missouri.
Yep.
And then a lot of times, I fail to realize you've got Reese down around the Calico Rock area. And that's not all that far, really, from Marshall when you go.
Oh no, he
Highway
covers that area down there, and he knows that area. He's born and raised down there. He knows. People would call me and they'd say, "Well, I live down by the old Smith Farm down."
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't know where the new Smith Farm is, so I really can't help you. But I got a guy. When you're from Chicago, you got to have a guy. I got a guy who's from down there, and if I have him call you, can you guys? Would that be okay? Oh yeah, that'd be great. Reese called this guy up. Next thing, 20 minutes later, Reese calls back. Oh yeah, well, his sister and my brother, they used to, those types of things. That's Reese. That's Reese, and he knows these places, and he knows these back roads and everything else, and he knows the land down there. He knows the housing market. His father was a realtor, and he grew up literally under Dad's desk. He's like little John Kennedy under Dad's desk. I mean, that was Reese growing up. So he knows that area down there, but he's still, but he's part of the Z team and he's part of Century 21, and the coverage that we get, that there's some good realtors down there, but they just don't have the exposure that we've got. And when you're trying to sell your house, that's what you want to do. You want to sell your house. Okay, Billy Bob and I went to church together. That's different. You want somebody who can come. It's business. It ain't personal, as we say. You want to give Reese a call. You want to give us a call. We'll get Reese down there with you, and you'll be very, very happy.
Let's take a look at some numbers. I'm anxious to see where we're at.
This week,
I was talking to my cousin down in Cersei over the weekend, talking about the success of the real estate market here in this MLS. Have been doing pretty well.
Oh yeah. This week in real estate, there were 42 new listings came on. 2 commercial properties, 8 parcels land. So 32 homes came on the market. They came on in a range from $864,000 to $25,000. But of those 32 homes that came on the market, 6 of them are under contract already. The average price coming on the market this week was $222,000. There were 47 sales. 1 commercial property, 5 parcels land. 41 homes closed this past week. They closed in a range from $365,000 to $25,000. Average sale price was $169,000 with 91 days on market. So you can, it's really 41 homes in 91 days on market. That's really knocking them out. $6.9 million in residential real estate closed this past week. 22 properties expired, 16 had price changes. There's still 113 pendings. November, first week in November, there's still 113 pendings. We're down to 250 homes listed on the MLS. Those are homes that you can walk in and buy. They're not under any kind of contract or anything else. Those are homes that are available to walk in and get. And that number isn't really as high as it sounds, which is very low, because sometimes there's multiple insertions in there. 89 in Mountain Home, 18 in Bull Shoals, 3 in Cotter. Year-to-date sales, there's been 1,042 homes have sold for $174 million. Average sale price for this year has been $167,000 with 141 days on market. Last year, there had been 988 homes had sold for $146 million. So you got we got $28 million difference in sales. Average sale price was $148 with 133 days on market. So we're at 60 odd houses more this year than last year. And last year was a great year. I mean, a great year. But give us a call. I got a yard full of signs, and I need to have them in somebody else's yard and not mine. So if you're thinking of coming on the market, give us a call. We're at 870-405-5407. Give my honey a call. Tell you saw us here on Down on the Corner. And take a look at the website, retiretoarkansas.net, and we can help you be successful whether you're moving on. If you're thinking about buying a home, give us a call. We can get you on the right path, help to show you how to get pre-approved so that you're ready to go, because in this market, you need to be prepared. If you're looking to buy something, you need to be ready to buy it. There isn't not as much shopping and negotiation as there has been in the past.
We got just another couple of minutes here. I want to bring up the website so people know. I want to show some things here if we could, Scooter, if we got, bring that up. You notice right down here, here's your featured properties right here where the cursor's going across. You see the movement here. And then you can go right here to view all properties. But in this box right here, choose property type. There's a nice, easy to use drop-down box, residential. And look for the city. Say you want to go to Bull Shoals, Arkansas. You click that, put all the criteria in. And we talk about this right here, the MLS number. If you see a listing from anywhere around the multiple listing service area, you can put that number in and it will bring up that property for this multiple listing service. And so,
and by the same token, I mean, we can help you with anybody's property. That's all the MLS is on our website, which is all the companies that work here are all in there. So if you go by and you see a Joe Blow real estate sign in front of a house, you go, oh, look, that's kind of a nice house. That's kind of what we were thinking about. Give us a call. We can be your buyer's agent. We have designations from the National Association of Realtors. That's one of the things that we do. And we're here to help you be successful. Doesn't matter whether it's our listings or not. And we are here to help, though.
Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. Phone number, location.
870-405-0793. We're at the main office over here across the street from McDonald's and what's going to be the new brick oven pizza place. We're across the street from there. Ask for us. If you call the office, ask for us, ask for the Z team. Tell the girls to connect us, and they can forward your call or take a message and get to us, and we'll get back to you. But if you come in, make sure something to keep in mind. Ask for the Z team. Thank you.
All right, the Z team for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Coming up after the break, Missing Monday with Brent Weaver. So stick around. We're going to be right back. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry. Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
$7:37 and Missing Monday is brought to you by People That Care. We have Connecticut Water Systems.
Yep.
We get the logos?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Connecticut Water System. Jay Chafin, State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And we have Happy Lawn Care LLC, and they are proudly insured by Jay Chafin State Farm. Also, the Brandon Burlsworth Foundation and St. Peter Catholic Church. Brent?
Good morning.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay.
It's been one of them mornings. So I was working on the sound on her, and all right, we're good. We're good.
It's not easy to agree.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Good morning, Genevieve.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Good.
Oh, pretty good. Hey, today I want to talk about back in the early, or actually the late 80s, was a study that was done by the Office of the Justice Department, basically, and it was called NISMART. And NISMART is for National Incident Study of Missing, Abducted, Runaway, and Throwaways.
Ooh.
And so we've gone through about four NISMART studies now, up to date. And I think the fourth one was just released this year. So wanted to touch on one of the major categories, runaways.
Okay. Yeah, NISMART was actually contracted back in 1984 when missing children, that was kind of a, for lack of a better word, kind of a hot time for missing children. It was, pretty close to the time that Adam was kidnapped, and they ended up starting the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Basically, Adam Walsh's parents started that based on after he was kidnapped and found deceased. And so they started the NISMART to get a study of what really was happening with kids out in the world today, and was missing children really as bad or as a big a problem as what it was kind of appearing to be during that time frame. And so they do that study about every 10 years. It's a very accurate it's the most accurate, I guess I should say, study on missing children that we really have had. The problem with it is that it only happens about every 10 years. And so by the time we get the information released, it's often out of date. So we have to be really careful with, any of the numbers and the stats and things that we get, because oftentimes they don't tell a true story of maybe how things might have evolved or changed since that study had taken place. But runaways are a huge issue when it comes to missing children. And they are an important component when it comes to missing children, because every year in the United States, there's over 2 million kids who run away, who are reported as runaways. And, back when I was a kid, which I'm a little bit older, so, back in the 70s and 80s, when, even prior to then, if you had a kid that ran away, oftentimes you would get law enforcement who were in a small town. They tended to know everyone and would say, hey, give them a day or two, they'll cool off, they'll be back. And often that was the case, and it wasn't looked at as too serious most of the time. The problem is we can't view it that way in today's times. Things have changed a lot, and oftentimes we still get that mentality from people who want to say, oh, they just ran away, as though it's not as serious a problem as other situations. And the truth is, it is just as serious, oftentimes more serious today than it's ever been if a child runs away. So again, more than 2 million kids run away in the U.S. every year. 5,000 of those kids end up dead on the streets. It's an average of about 13 kids a day that run away. That's a lot of kids. And those numbers continue to rise significantly every year. So we are very concerned when we have a child that has run away, mainly because we have the internet today that we didn't have back then. And the internet is a huge issue when it comes to kids and safety all around, but especially for runaways, because oftentimes what happens is these children meet predators online who befriend them. They put in a lot of time and a lot of effort trying to become friends with kids. Oftentimes you'll hear kids use the term, I stalked somebody on social media. And it's a fun term for them, because it's just saying, like, I looked them up to see where they go to school, or who are they dating, or did they break up with somebody, kind of getting the scoop, so to speak. The problem is that predators online are doing that as well. They're stalking these kids, and they get as much information as they can about them. They befriend them online, and then oftentimes they coerce them to run away with them, to come to them, to meet them somewhere. If they can hone in on a problem or a situation that maybe this kid is having at home or at school, they'll use that to work on the kid to say, hey, if you came and lived with me, I wouldn't treat you this way. We wouldn't have these problems. Just situations like that. So runaways are a huge concern to us. When we know that a child has run away, it really sends the red flags up, because we know how dangerous it is. Most of the time, within 72 hours that a child has run away, they will be sexually assaulted.
Goodness.
So it's a serious problem for kids today, and we take it serious. Every missing child is a serious concern, and runaways are no different.
Okay, and we're going to bring up one of our missing persons real quick.
Yeah.
Lexi Clardy from Fayetteville, Arkansas, missing date 11/6/20, which was Friday. Current age 14, weight 115, 5'3", white female, blonde hair. She was last seen running down College Avenue, crossing over to Dixon Street area. Contact the Fayetteville Police Department, 479-587-3555.
And that's not to say that she's a runaway, but when you see a person and that's the last you've seen of them, we don't know what's going on with this case. Possibility it is a runaway, but we don't know if she's met somebody or somebody just seen her and has her, or she's just gone over to somebody's house. There's a lot of questions that pop up on situations like these. So,
right, yeah, a lot of very
situation
going on, and it's a scary situation. And you think about it, she's only 14 years old. I think we often look at kids today, and of course, there's a huge concern when they're younger, when they're 10. That 12 really sets off alarms, and a lot of times I think these kids look so much older today, and they're, they have a lot of experience sometimes in life. Unfortunately, it's easy to look at it and not be as concerned. They look older, or they seem older, or they made a choice, let's say, to take off. But oftentimes that's just not the case. We view these, we say in our society today that you need to be 18 years old to make some decisions in your life, to vote, to be considered a legal adult. And it's no different. They don't have the mental capacity to make those adult decisions yet. And so that's a real concern to us. When they're 16, 17, it's still a real concern because they aren't mentally developed enough to make all of the wise decisions. I mean, heck, at 30, I wasn't necessarily either. So it's a real concern when these kids take off. We know what's out there waiting for them, and it's scary.
One more I want to get on the air real quick. Owen Booth, missing from Little Rock, Arkansas, 10/29/20, age 15, 5'7", white male, blonde hair, 148 pounds. Last seen in Little Rock, Arkansas. Contact the Little Rock, Arkansas Police Department, 501-371-4605 for this missing person here. This is age 15, missing date 10/29/20, a little over 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, just a couple of days before Halloween. So that would have been a Thursday, I believe.
Yeah.
No. Brent?
There's some good news that come out of these about the runaways too, is that a majority of them do return home.
True. Yeah, we are able to connect with the majority of these kids and get them reconnected with their families. So we try to push that out as much as the missing. We try to push out that they are found and found safe and they're back home. And we want people to know that the work that's being done to find missing children is good work and it's successful work. And we find a lot of joy in that. We celebrate every kid that comes home for whatever reason. So, yeah, there is a lot of good news in that.
Yeah, and a little bit of statistics that I found is that 2/3 of the children are between usually the ages of 15 and 17.
That run away?
Yes. And the male-female ratio is about equal.
Really?
So, yeah, there's not no prevalent sex in that. So, let's see here. Did you say 21% are physically or sexually abused at home? Would you say that, Genevieve, probably?
No, that number's actually much higher. It's about 80%. Yeah.
Okay.
No, whoa. Wait a minute. Say that again now. What?
You say, what was that? I think you cut out there for a second there, Genevieve.
Oh, yeah. The number is actually quite a bit higher that are sexually abused at home. 86% of those that are sexually abused are abused at home. Or by someone that they know. So, and the number for those who have been sexually abused that run is actually quite a bit higher than the 21%. So,
so let me get to, we've got kids at home that are being sexually abused, run away, and then they wind up with the possibility of the sex trafficking issue. So they never escape this stuff, do they?
Right.
Exactly. And that goes back to that, mental maturity, that they're not aware of what's out there all the time, what's waiting for them, what dangers there are. It is a
But the
huge
situation has
concern.
to be bad for them to run away, and they get out of one
We
bed.
know we used to.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We
like
used
getting out of the pot back
kind
into
of
the
have
fire.
that mentality. Yeah, yeah, and we used to have that mentality that kids are running from something, and now what we've because are running to something when they ran away. The mentality was they were running to something better, or but now what we've learned is the truth is they're often running from something. There's something that is so bad in their environment that being homeless, not having food, not having a place to sleep, not having family around you looks like a better option to them than staying where they're at. So now we do understand they are running from something. There's something going on.
Okay, so why can't we have a situation where children in this situation had, and I'm not saying run to the police, but I'm saying somewhere where they could go. When I was living in Fairview Heights, Illinois in the late 60s, we had what was called a block home, and there was a sign in the door, and they were registered with the county, with the state, and with the city police. If you had a problem, somebody chasing you, if you were too far from home, say you're down at a friend's house and you couldn't run far enough, you go to that block home. So why can't we have something like where, okay, I've got a bad situation, I need to get out of this, instead of run away from home?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
In an ideal world, that would be awesome. I think there's a lot of stipulations nowadays, even for fostering and group homes. There's just so many stipulations. I mean, that's definitely would be a great ideal situation if we could have that, something to definitely look into and maybe even work towards. But often too, the majority of kids that run are often in social services and foster care, that kind of thing. So they're already somewhat in that situation, and it's not a good situation. They've been taken out of their home for whatever reason that is not good for them, and they're placed in foster care, which again, unfortunately, is not an ideal situation, and so they end up running. So it would be a great.
I mean, they have it so bad, they know that they have to get out, and they go from bad to worse.
Exactly. It just kind of keeps escalating for them, unfortunately.
Get about 2 minutes, Brent.
Okay. So we know that some of this is family problems, and there's some other underlying areas that create runaway situations, like abuse of alcohol and drugs, physical abuse, peer pressure, things like that. And when they do run away, then they're vulnerable, and when they're vulnerable, then you have people out there, predators that are going to attack that vulnerability, and that's where we have the other issue we'll be talking about soon, is the trafficking issue. So,
and the truth is that a lot of it really does come from just online situations that they've gotten into. It may not even be related to any of the negative situations that you were just talking about. It could just be that they've met someone online and they've convinced them that this would be a better option. They've befriended them and loved them, made them feel loved, and ended up convincing them or coercing them into running away. The other option, or the other side of that, like possibly being blackmailed. It could be that they've gotten in a situation where they've done something and this predator online is blackmailing them and forcing them to leave, or they feel like the only way to get away from it is to leave. So a lot of it really does have to do with the internet, with apps that these kids are using, they've met and gotten in contact with online. The other scenario definitely plays a role in it at times, but this is really the biggest role in in the situation these days is the internet.
And with that, Brent, we got final thoughts, about 15 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, we have quite a few runaways that are repeat runaways as well. So the main thing is that as hard as we try to fight this, it's getting worse. And the way technology is changing is helping them, making it worse. So, but we are out there fighting, and what's good about the runaway situations, like I said, is that a lot of them do return home.
Good. Genevieve, we'll see you next week. It's always a pleasure.
All right.
All right. Time for a
Thank
quick break.
you.
We'll be right back. Thank you.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
7:57, real quick. I want to thank Connecticut Water Systems, J. Chafin State Farm Insurance, Happy Lung Care LLC, the Brandon Burlsworth Foundation, and St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church for sponsoring Missing Monday. It's Brent and I sat down, about 6 months ago, started putting pen and paper to this, trying to figure out which way to run. And so trying to get, to where this, keep this thing going. Because, I mean, when you heard those stats, and some of the guys here, they didn't have headphones on. 2 million kids a year run away, 5,000 wind up dead, and 86% are leaving a sexual abuse situation where they get back into a sexual abuse situation, maybe even trafficking issues.
Right.
And this is what we're trying to bring awareness. We're not trying to just, what am I trying to say? We want people to know that it's in our backyard. Baxter County, Searcy County, Newton County, it's in our backyard, and we got to start raising awareness for this.
Yes. That's the reason why I wanted to talk about runaways today, because it's going to lead up to what we're going to probably talk about I'm going to guess the next 4 or 5 Mondays. Yeah, we're going to start talking about human trafficking.
And this is a big issue.
This is a big issue.
And what Genevieve said a week or so ago, that Arkansas is setting itself up to be the top in the country with this situation, and this is where we need to put a stop to some of this stuff.
Right.
Some of the stats I've heard on human sex trafficking issues are staggering, not only nauseating, but, and this is not easy subjects to talk about.
Right. And this is not exactly on topic, but as law enforcement goes, if you are found harboring a runaway, it is illegal in the state of Arkansas, and it is an arrestable offense. So if
you have a runaway, you need to turn it over to local authorities.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Did you deal with that in Chicago? Or
personally, no.
Really?
I mean, when you get the case reports and stuff from runaways, and but not investigation and.
These staggering stats. I mean, 86% leave a sexually abusive home and wind up getting back into a human sex trafficking. But they don't know. I mean, these are young people, 13, 14. That's all they know. Yeah, that's what Bob's saying over here. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, Brent. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's a sad situation, but like I said, the good thing about the recovery rate of runaways is tremendous, and a lot of them do return home. So,
And with that, we got to say, see you tomorrow. Lions Club tonight starting at 6. See you then.